Okay, moms, like for real, why is it so hard to ask for help? I mean, seriously. I feel like somewhere along the way, a lot of us learned that being dependable meant handling everything ourselves. And maybe we watched our moms do it, or maybe we were told to be strong. Maybe we were one of the ones that were the helpers within our families, the ones that were mainly praised because we didn't need help from anyone. Or my favorite, someone tells you you can't do something, and without realizing it, we have been holding the fort for so long on our own, and we started believing that asking for help meant that we were failing. And then next thing you know, motherhood comes along, and then suddenly everyone depends on you. So what now? Because before you know it, you're more worried about work and who depends on you there. You have to worry about the family because you're going to work to make sure you can take care of the family. And then, not to mention, if you have animals, you have to make sure they're well taken care of too. And also, if you're one of those moms like me who just lives vicariously to just be creative and, hey, let's build a garden, you have to worry about that too. All in all, to take care of the home. All of those worries because everyone's depending on you. These are all the things and beings that depend on you. Yes, I do love taking care of my family. I love everything that I do, but loving them does not mean that I have to carry everything alone. Seems like somewhere along the way, we confuse being strong with never needing help. And honestly, I don't think that those are the same things anymore. And if it was a thing, it shouldn't have been a thing. It was something that shouldn't have never been in the first place, in my honest opinion. I mean, truthfully, like, what are we really afraid of? Honestly, if you go back in the day, it seems like everybody was more of taking care of each other, being more together, and making sure we were all as one. And it seems like now this generation is different. It seems like things seem to differ now, and it might be shifting more in that direction in certain areas, which is a good thing. But what are we truly afraid of when it comes to asking for help? I guess if I really think about it, is me just getting over the things that I'm getting over is like, what if they think I'm failing? Like, what if I become a burden for someone? Or what if they say no? I mean, that one right there will really hurt because it's like you went out of your way, you got the energy, the strength, and all of you to build that up to come and approach that person and ask for help, and they tell you no. That would be just heartbreaking, gut wrenching feeling. Like, I get that. Or even the thought of what if they don't handle it the way that you would want them to handle it? That's another factor. But I guess another question that comes to mind is, what if asking means I'm not enough? Thinking about this, like, I have had those questions, especially like becoming a burden. Like, what if I'm a burden to that person? Because that is my absolute thing. Like, I don't want to be a burden to anyone. And I'm sure a lot of you have that same mindset. So I get it. That is my fear for me. I don't know about you. I don't know if you ask yourself those questions, but just thinking about it, like, those are the questions that comes to mind for me. And maybe that's what you're afraid of. But moms, we got to remember that at the end of the day, if we need help, that's okay. There is nothing wrong with asking for help because, like I always tell you, our kids are watching us. We're doing a disservice to them because they have to know when it's okay and appropriate to ask for help instead of just trying to do too much. And all they had to do was just ask us for help. Look at it this way. What if they're going through something when they get older or even as a teenager? We want them to be comfortable enough to approach us and ask for help. Even if they're grown, we want them to be comfortable enough to approach us and ask for help. Even for me, I would want my children to feel comfortable enough to approach me and ask me for help because I feel like at that point I did my job as a parent, that they trust me, if that makes any sense. And if they needed help, would I think less of them? Absolutely not. I would feel like, okay, they trust me. There's that bond. They know that whatever they need, I can help them. Me and their father can help them. And again, like I said, I would be proud of them. So in thinking about that, moms, and for any other parents out there that's watching, why don't we give the same grace that we're giving to our children, just in that thought process, to ourselves? We deserve grace too. We really do. Nothing's perfect. It's truly not. It's okay to ask for help because, like I said, they're watching you and you want them to be able to speak up when they need help. You want them to. If they need help, you want them to know that it's okay to ask for help because at the end of the day, they need to see you to believe that, hey, it's okay to ask for help. If I'm struggling this bad, whatever I'm going through, whether it's something physical, mental, just like whatever the case may be, like you're battling something, it's okay. Like, moms, we struggle. Dads, if you're watching right now, we struggle. Whatever it is, we struggle. We can't do everything. We cannot do everything by ourselves. It's okay to ask for help. Like, this is something I'm definitely still learning myself. I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh, I'm perfect, because I'm telling you right now, there are days that I still call my parents up when I'm going through something like, hey, I need help. Y'all, I still catch myself saying, it's fine, I got it, I'll do it, especially when I'm overwhelmed. And it's funny because one of my children will sit here and say, are you sure? You sure you got it, Mom? You sure? And I think that's my reminder because those are my overwhelmed moments. And I have to be like, oh, that's that reminder. I might need to scale it back a little bit. And that is my wake up moment. So I'm not perfect. I'm still learning. And that's what it's like for me. I'm definitely still realizing, trying to understand everything. And it's definitely a reminder that it's definitely not making me a better mom. If anything, it's making me this tired, exhausted, cranky mom, if anything. So moms, don't be afraid to speak up. Strong moms need support too. Please keep that in mind. And I honestly hope that we all start believing that, because that's something that we need to start believing in to keep going forward. And moms, I definitely want to ask you something, because I always ask you guys questions. But if you can remember this, I want you to think about this for a second. So I'm curious to who taught you that asking for help meant that you were failing? Like, where did that even come from for you? Like, I'm truly curious about that, because it had to come from somewhere. Or if you could tell me, if you're not comfortable, or if you could tell me, like, was there a moment in your life to where you felt like you didn't have to carry the load alone anymore? And what was that like for you? I'd really like to hear your story, because honestly, you never know what your story can do for someone else. Keep that in mind, moms. If nobody's told you lately, you are doing a great job. You are doing better than what you think you are. And don't forget that. And it is okay to ask for help. It's okay. I've done it too. We can do this together. And as always, moms, I'm always here to support you. And don't forget to check out my Power File Reset Guide, moms. Until then, I will see you next Tuesday, moms. Bye.